Oh yeah, I just realized there's another video I want to do. I just saw on the channel creator help tip thing, you notice that YouTube's been trying to be helpful, encouraging people to make videos and improve their channels, which is awesome. Always good to be innovative, right? And there was something I just felt like doing because, you know, why not? I'm going to do a little promotional video just talking about some other YouTubers that I like and trying to promote them and get them out there. And shocker, primarily I'm going to be talking about the Phantom Group, and that's my anime collab channel. And I wanted to give you guys a little bit of history background to check out some of these guys' channels and just promote them and, you know, let them know that they do some awesome stuff. So I'll start with who comes to mind first. A little background. For those of you that don't know, I know most of you do, but originally it was the Green Clan. There was Anime Green, who some of you guys might know, who got together with a lot of people. He wanted to make an anime collab group where people in the community would talk, but they didn't just all talk about the same things like the big three, you know, One Piece, Naruto, Bleach at the time. I guess that would be, what, Toriko now? Well, Naruto's hasn't really gone away, has it? Should have ended. Anyway, basically, we got together and he wanted to find people that were all different specialities, interests, kind of lesser-known YouTubers in the community, reviewers and whatnot. Got together, did some discussions, and eventually that turned into the Phantom Group, which is based on the Phantom Troop, the bad guys from Hunter x Hunter, who are awesome. You know, Hisoka and Chrollo and the like. And we just pretty much do this semi-organized thing where we get together, we do Skype calls, live streams, talking about different topics. Not just anime, you know, manga, comics, movies, video games, TV, pretty much anything, you know, really anything. And, you know, we're pretty laid back, and we're all really busy. We're all adults doing our own thing, but we try to get together when we can. And I'll go over the members and just kind of talk a little bit about them briefly. First, there's Zoro Fanboy 124. He's probably the most successful. He actually started off, he had very few subscribers, but he really just blossomed. His primary focus is One Piece. He's like probably the biggest One Piece fan that I've ever met. He does these chapter reviews of the manga weekly, and just a lot of One Piece discussions. Obviously, he's a big fan of Zoro, though. He said that Vegeta he likes more, so he's actually a Vegeta fanboy. Don't let him fool you. Also, he does Walking Dead live streams. He's a pretty big fan of that. He's also into Game of Thrones when that's on, because Game of Thrones is amazing. And he also likes Arrow, Flash. He's been getting more into comics. We've done a few discussions about comics, introducing him to graphic novels like Dark Knight Returns, but he's also a big fan of Cowboy Bebop. That's like one of his favorite shows ever. He'll bring it up all the time. And just a really cool guy, very charismatic, very fun. Not afraid to make fun of himself a little bit, very engaged with the fans, and just really built about a good little fan base for himself. So he's pretty big, but if you guys like One Piece or Cowboy Bebop or Game of Thrones or Walking Dead, or really just anime discussions in general, I mean, he's a good place to go to just for some laid-back, direct, but very interactive videos. You've got Phoenix Kai, who is basically this gentleman who pretty much just does whatever he wants. He actually does some pretty impressive little videos, though. He'll review movies, anime movies. Sometimes he'll do first impressions of episodes. And he's big into Pokemon and big into Digimon. He's big into JoJo. He loves JoJo. Just a really cool guy, and he's also very laid back, but he makes some good little videos. Usually they're very quick, concise. He does a variety of what he wants to do. Sometimes he does movie reviews. Cool guy, though. I've had a couple discussions with him. When he's passionate, he knows his stuff too. Absolutely. I just remember like he was like really like hardcore into some Pokemon and Digimon knowledge that I did not really know much about. So it was pretty impressive in that sense. So definitely check out Phoenix Kai. Needs more subscribers. Definitely give him more love. Actually, he interviewed me recently. We did a little interview. That was pretty cool. There's the Anime Hero. Now, the Anime Hero and I have a bit of a history, which is really weird because I think I finally figured it out. I did some videos way back. We're talking like 5 years ago or something, where I just did a couple random videos when I was starting to get into Dragon Ball again. I think he saw those, and then he started doing these Dragon Ball Z movie reviews, and then I saw those, and then I got inspired to make a more serious channel. So technically, I think I might have inspired him, but it was really him that inspired me to make like these serious analyses videos of Dragon Ball, and then a lot of other anime stuff that I am now. So, Anime Hero primarily does series reviews. at least usually used to. Very well edited, professional videos. He's really big into like the classic shonen stuff, the manly stuff. Fist of the North Star is like his favorite show, but of course he loves Dragon Ball. Big into JoJo. Loves some of the classics. Not afraid to explore like Go Nagai, and of course, you know, you've got the classics like Astro Boy, and he's freaking into a lot of stuff. I mean, he just a lot of knowledge of anime. But you know, Goku 13, and if anything there's there, you know, if it's Otomo related, absolutely he'll be into it. So when it comes to focusing on classic stuff, and especially like the older, more traditional shonen stuff, he's awesome. He's got a good comedic streak, but he's got some analysis. He's pretty well balanced. He does make some excellent videos. He's probably the best series reviewer on the YouTube anime community, I would say, honestly. Just a really cool guy, really good friends with Hiro. He's the guy that actually got me introduced to all the other people in the group, and you know, discussing things and kind of building the friendships that I built there. So Anime Hero, you know, he's a cool guy, but in all honesty, even besides that, he does make some really good videos. So definitely check him out for that. He's always experienced. He's also got a secondary channel where he talks about manga and to some analysis promoting that as well. There's Shot Anime. Shot does things when she can. She's busy with the family, but she does kind of very brief series reviews as well, typically of newer series or semi-recent ones. But they're quick to the point. They're funny. She usually has something interesting to say, and she has some good knowledge because I believe she lived in Japan or was there for a while, grew up there, but she has a lot of knowledge about it from a direct cultural perspective that I think adds something new that people might not necessarily know. So yeah, Shot's great. She's always got a lot of energy and something funny to say. Speaking of which, the other lovely lady, Lunar Spiral, pretty big into chapter reviews. Like she's just like, she pumps these out. I don't know how, but like she devotedly follows Bleach. I believe she's really into JoJo, the episode reviews. Toriko, I think she was really into Naruto. She was like into, like, she just follows like a bunch of episode and manga stuff. Primarily Bleach, though, I know, and I think Toriko. But yeah, she does like really, really good discussions about each chapter. They're very concise, but she keeps a lot of passion with it and still kind of manages to make it seem relatively informal, but still very informative. Yeah, Lunar Spiral, when it comes to like chapter reviews of some of the more popular shonen stuff for the manga, she's very good at that. But yeah, Lunar's really cool. Alright, there's Saiyan Z3. Now, Z is cool, you know. We're going to have to hang out at some point, because he lives in Maryland, I believe. Oops, you know. He lives nearby. I think him and Dole and I need to, like, meet up somehow. But anyway, Z is like the... See, okay, I used to be the Dragon Ball guy, okay? And then Z came along, and now he's like the Dragon Ball expert. You know, well, I'm just good at everything, I guess, so... I know about everything, so, you know, he can have Dragon Ball. But no, seriously... Seriously, Z is like probably the biggest Dragon Ball fan I know. He's hardcore about defending his positions on things, but he's got a lot of knowledge, a lot of research. He's up on things, interviews, you know, just stats. He knows, and, you know, and he's very critical, maybe to a fault sometimes. It's funny, but he's really got a lot of knowledge about it. Always got a good opinion about something. Definitely passionate, but usually well thought out. Also pretty big into Yu Yu Hakusho. I know he's also into Gintama, which is also another thing Zoro's into, but he's into Gintama. He said Gintoki's one of his best shonen heroes. So yeah, when it comes to Hakusho and some of the classes, I believe Kenshin, yeah, Z knows his stuff, especially about Dragon Ball. Very chill, laid back, does some live streams and stuff. He's also into gaming, like Metal Gear, and also knows his stuff about comics. I know he's following the New 52 fairly rigorously, so he's up on his comic book knowledge and can appreciate that. So yeah, Z's a cool guy. Definitely check him out for that. Very cool dude. Definitely needs more subs. There's Dole Killin' Anime, who, in all honesty, he does do some pretty interesting videos once in a while, but he's really up on a lot of things as well. Usually does manga recommendations and things like that. Also not a knowledge. He did some character analysis videos a long time ago. I remember impressed me. He had some very interesting things to say about Ichigo's character. So, a very intelligent guy as well. A lot of good stuff to say. A very entertaining individual as well. He could be quite funny. Oh, yes. And then there's Dead, of course. Walking 00 Dead, the king of anime, manga, and boxers. The first thing that comes to mind about Dead, Obviously, he's a big fan of the comic Walking Dead because of the name. But I think the thing that sticks out to me is I know Dead's like a big gamer, and he's really into Metal Gear Solid. Like, he's huge into it, like, which is impressive because I've only played a couple of the games. I'm not an expert, but he knows a lot about Metal Gear. He's really passionate about it. He does some pretty good videos, and this guy really is, like, in all honesty, he is an excellent unboxer of just cool, geeky memorabilia. Like, he really is. Like, it's awesome. With like, also a big fan of Dragon Ball and a big Full Metal Alchemist fan. Like, that's one thing he and I have in common. Like literally, he and I just love Full Metal Alchemist. Original series more than Brotherhood, but yeah, like, Dead loves Full Metal Alchemist a lot, and he is a massive promoter of different series. He likes to check out a lot of stuff. He's got a lot of variety, and also big into comics too, but really big into like classic 80s and sci-fi movies and action movies from the 80s, like, you know, RoboCop, The Thing, Die Hard. And he's always willing to give me requests for stuff. Like, when I ask for requests, hey, he'll give me like 5,000 things. Like, so Dead's really cool about promoting his friends' channels and also supporting other people's work, and he's really engaged with the fans as well. Does some cool, funny skits sometimes. He gets very creative with his videos. Really cool guy. Very passionate about his loves as well. So yeah, definitely check him out if you haven't already. He's pretty up there as well in terms of subscribers. Also, there's a couple other people I wanted to give little shout-outs to. There's the Anime Blaze. A lot of varieties of just, you know, pretty much more, I would say, sometimes more recent anime series, but sometimes more obscure stuff. He's a big fan of Ghost in the Shell, a lot of laid-back stuff, but he honestly makes some good videos. I know Adam Green occasionally makes videos too, just talking about, like, the anime community and stuff, and Naruto, and I think he put up a video a while back, but he occasionally does stuff. Of course, there's Mr. Falcon Punch. Master Falcon Punch, he's the #1 Doro fanboy. Basically just promotes a lot of manga and anime, but he's a really cool guy. He's got a lot of energy in his videos, short, concise, but he's not afraid to give you information about stuff you don't know. Like, he did a video about, I believe it was Cutie Honey. You know, so he's got a lot of knowledge as well. Definitely check his stuff out. Definitely an underrated guy there. There's Brent, or Random Anime Shit 5. Just when it comes to comedy, this guy, you know, I hope he just keeps making videos as long as he can. Like, I know he just makes quick little videos, but he always knows the right thing to say. Like, literally, just making fun of the community, making fun of anime fan bases. He's funny. He's really funny. So yeah, check him out. Definitely very underrated as well. Needs a lot more subs. Then, of course, there's King of Kilps, one of the best editors on YouTube, one of the big supporters of Film Fanatics, too. He does a lot of stuff regarding Fist of the North Star. He's a big Berserk fan. He's also into Mirai Nikki. You know, he's got a lot of variety of stuff he likes. He's big into gaming as well. Very intelligent guy. Really makes some of the coolest, wackiest videos. He's very sporadic in that sense, but he makes some good stuff. He isn't super active, but when he does make good stuff, it's really good. So check out Kilps as well. There's also a couple other people that have, I think some of them are active. I mean, there's Starkweather. You guys know McWhirlblink. He does a lot of chapter and episode reviews. He's like huge into Hunter x Hunter. He's a cool guy, very active. There's Bonkai, who's doing everything, basically. Literally, that guy just does constant videos. But Bonkai's cool to do as well. Big on movies as well. Got some comic book knowledge into the classics. Does Smoke Raider do anything anymore? Cause I don't know if he does, but he's awesome. Yeah, Smoke's awesome too. I don't know if he does anything anymore. To be honest, I don't know. I don't. You know, I miss Uber too. I wish Uber was still doing stuff. But anyway, yeah, those are the people I can think of at the moment. But if you guys know any other people in the community, in the YouTube anime community, that are trying to get started and trying to, you know, build up their fan base, one thing I'd recommend is just try to form connections with people, because in all honesty, I would not be where I am now without a lot of these people's support. I mean, really, like, if it wasn't for Adam and Hero and Zoro and Dead and even like Bonkai and everybody, like, and back in the day, like Yokorama, you know, like, yeah, seriously. So literally, what you have to do is just, build these connections, because really at the end of the day, this is what it's about. The anime community, it feels to me like the anime community just isn't quite popping as much as it used to. I think maybe it's because it shifted to that Facebook page, which is something else in and of itself. So I just kind of wanted to promote some of these guys, talk about some awesome YouTubers here. Definitely wanted to recommend them to you guys because I felt like doing this video, and yeah. So yeah, please check these guys out. Check out the fandom group for sure. We're going to be getting some good content to you. And yeah, so check them out, guys. Peace.